Oh, hi there. I'm Joaquin Alvarado. Seems that you just stumbled into my Capstone video. Congrats. Can't say I don't envy you. But what is a Capstone video? I'm glad you asked. This video is all about my experiences in the Digital Learning and Teaching Master's Program at APU. I chose APU for its outstanding reputation in producing excellent educators. I also chose APU because I am a man of faith, and as a man of faith, I do believe in God first. I want to immerse myself in an educational environment with Christian worldviews. APU's flexibility and availability also allowed me to further advance my education. Before enrolling into this program, I was enrolled in the traditional Teaching Master's program. Now don't get me wrong, I'm sure I would have learned an enormous amount of information, but there is always something about technology. I knew I had to incorporate it into every lesson, but what? That's when I found and enrolled into the Digital Teaching and Learning program. I learned how to design my own interactive lesson plans using technology. In EDUC 512, I created and presented my very first keynote, a huge step for a non-Apple user like myself. In EDUC 514, it was all about multimedia production to increase student participation and learning in the classroom. 515, I learned about web design, flipped classroom model, and most important, my personal learning network. In EDUC 522, I learned about multiple intelligence theory and how to use technology to meet those needs. Since my enrollment in the program, I have learned to become a mathematical educator, fearless of integrating technology to better improve the students' learning and interaction. I am glad to say that because of my experiences in this program, I have officially landed my first job. Thank you, APU professors, Christy, Jason, Bill, and Jennifer. You guys rock. Oh, hi there. You're still there. Kudos to you. Well, my action research was a study focusing on the benefits of allocating just a couple hours a night to study. I was going to be taking the CSET exam and wanted to record some data for future analysis. Well, being a student of numerical analysis, this gave me the perfect opportunity to track my progress through a 3-week study plan. I wanted to analyze the progress of a person taking the test without studying, taking it after studying for only 1 week, and taking it after studying for 3 weeks. I wanted to know if a constant routine of studying really changes the outcome of a student's success in high-stake exams. The study was modeled after Maltese, Thai, and Fan's research in When is Homework Worth the Time? Evaluating the associations between homework and achieving high school science and math. This chart displays my 3-week study plan. This table displays the data obtained in my study. I decided to get a base score by taking the exam blindly. This gave me a score of 53.6%. That week, I put in a total of 8 study hours. I retook the exam after the first week to obtain a score of 67.9%, a bit better than before. That week, I put in a total of 8.5 hours of study time. I continued on to third week without taking an exam again, and this time I put in 6 hours of study time. Finally, after the third week of study, I decided to retake the exam. This time around, I scored a 92.9%, which was way better than before. By studying with a daily routine, I was able to improve on my test scores without sacrificing lots of time. This 3-week study is proof that proper study habits can increase the success of a student. Understanding linear equations is truly one of the greatest concepts in linear algebra. Instead of teaching students directly from a book, I wanted to teach them hands-on applications of everyday mathematics used in the real world. I wanted students to truly learn, not just memorize, and for this reason I decided to implement Common Core standards with project-based learning. This fusion made it possible to incorporate multiple intelligence theory into every lesson. In this unit, students will explore linear equations through games, technology, and of course theory. From the start, students are assigned to follow a company stock for the duration of our 4-week unit. We will begin our unit with an introduction to relations and functions. As we continue our exploration of linear equations with technology, we will also be analyzing the different slopes that we are surrounded by in our daily lives. Of course, what would a math class be without a little bit of theory? The unit's unique take on Common Core and technology allows us to use a single activity and expand it to teach us how to plot points, graph, and write linear equations. Students begin to learn about creating data models. Students use raw data to create a best fit line, write the equation of the line, and use it to predict future outcomes. It is under this premise that we conclude our unit. Using all the concepts learned in this unit, students will use the data collected from their company's stock market to create a video, music video/song, poster, presentation with a PowerPoint or keynote, or a skit. Students can choose their method of presentation, but must show us a scatter plot, a best fit line, a linear equation representing the best fit line, and 3 different predictions. Students also have to convince us to invest or not to invest in their company. That is, they have to come up with a logical argument based on their predictions. Well, I hope you enjoyed our time together. I know I did. This is Mr. Alvarado saying, good night, APU.